Hello and welcome to Novi's number one podcast, the number one podcast in Novi, Now You Novi. I'm your host, Damon, sitting in once again for Cheryl. This is becoming a regular thing. I'm not sure what's happening here. No, just kidding. She is out and about, as always, representing the city of Novi. So once again, I thank her for giving me the opportunity to sit in with her, for her. And I have a very, very special guest today, my good friend, Kieser.
Hello.
Hi, Kit. How are you?
I am so good.
Kit is not nervous at all.
Not at all.
She's not
I
nervous
never
at
get
all.
nervous. Not my jam.
Is this your first time on the podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Don't worry.
I hear you promising. I hear you making promises.
It's only going to be easy questions.
Okay, great.
First one. What's your title and what do you do?
My title is Older Adult Services Manager, and I help people in Novi find services and programs that help them combat social isolation, find fun things to do, find services that they might need, and mostly in the older adult space.
How long? You haven't been here that long. How long have you been here? Has it been a year?
Just over a year.
Just over a year.
It was a year in June.
Yeah.
But it feels like home.
It does. It feels like you've been here forever.
It feels like home.
So tell me what else falls under your purview. One of the other things was the older adult services transportation.
Yes. So for many years, Novi had senior transportation that provided free transportation to anybody that was 55 and older or anybody that had a limiting disability that prevented them from driving. In November of 2022, there was a millage put on the ballot by Oakland County to expand public transportation services within the county. And when that happened and passed,
Novi overwhelmingly voted yes for that.
That's true. That's true. They did, Novi and Oakland County. Novi was then eligible to have all of those services follow under Oakland County. And what that meant was we could take what we had, hand it over to a third party Oakland County approved provider who's a nonprofit. And that's we chose People's Express.
Right.
We chose them because they had been in service for about
Over
30 years and lots of experience. They function within Oakland County, Livingston County, Washtenaw County, so they have a lot of experience. And we have transferred that service in part because it allows us to expand services. So previously, we were only running until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on weekdays. They run until 9 p.m. We only ran about a half day on Saturdays. They run a full day on Saturdays. And we didn't run at all on Sundays. We just didn't have the ability to do so. And they do run on Sundays. So now we've got expanded services, an expanded service area.
Right. So let's talk about that a little bit. The expanded service area.
Sure.
How far? Give us the boundaries a little bit. And I know there's a little caveat there, but
so
north to M59.
Correct. So north to M59.
South to 7 Mile.
You know it better than I do. I think it's west to 23.
West to 23.
And then east to is it Clark? Drake Road. You can tell I'm a Novi native.
So all of that information is on our website, cityofnovi.org/transit, the service area map, the service times, and the fares, which is something else that we need to talk about.
Right.
So give me the down low on the fares.
Sure. So the fares are being covered by the city of Novi
for
Novi residents who are 55 and older or who have a disability.
So let's back up.
Yep.
So who can ride with People's Express? Because the service is expanded to more residents now.
That's a great question.
Yes.
So previously we only served those people 55 and older or any adult that was that had a limiting disability.
Yep.
Now, anyone who is 14 years and older can ride with People's Express. If you are 55 and older, or if you have that limiting disability and are unable to drive, you can get a free ride with People's Express within their service area. If you are
Novi resident.
A Novi resident, that's right. Only Novi residents. If you're 14 years and older and you do not fall in that 55 plus or category of having a disability, then you have to pay $4 per ride. So if you're going to Kroger and you're coming back from Kroger, that's going to cost you $8.
So it's curb to curb.
It's curb to curb.
And that's an important distinction from most other public transportation.
Right.
This is curb to curb service. There are wheelchair lifts on most of the vehicles.
Correct. So if you're a veteran of any age and you are able to prove your veteran status, you will get a free ride covered by Oakland County within Oakland County itself. So the boundaries change a little bit because People's Express and Oakland County are different lines.
Right. Part
of People's Express area boundary goes outside of Oakland County. Mm-hmm. People's Express is covering that cost of any veteran within their service area. Mm-hmm. So if you're covered within the county, it's going to be paid for by the county. But if you're going outside the county within PEX's service area, you're still going to be covered.
Right. But the point being, the broader point is that veterans can ride free.
Yep. Of
anywhere
any age
in Oakland County.
Correct.
Right. So that's a great benefit, something that's brand new as of sort of late last year. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. You were trying to set up PEX within the Civic Center for their call center. Is that a thing?
It is right now. So yes and no. We are operating our drivers that function primarily in Novi. They are hubbed in Novi.
Thank you.
When you call People's Express, you're going to get a dispatcher that is located at their central location in Whitmore Lake. Okay. But they communicate readily with the people that work here. The way that they have their drivers and their dispatch and scheduling system set up, that works really well for them. I think one really important thing to remember is that this is not an on-demand service, right? So you can't call today and get a ride today.
You have to call
72 hours in advance.
3 business days in advance,
correct.
Right?
Yep.
And it's business days in advance.
It's 3 business days in advance, correct.
So you can't count Saturday.
You can't count Saturday or Sunday, right?
So give me an update. How has it been going?
It has been going remarkably well. Like, I have been so surprised at how few hiccups we've seen. Mm-hmm. We've seen predominantly positive feedback. I really haven't gotten any complaints about them. What we're hearing through the grapevine, through drivers that used to work for us and now work for People's Express, is people are really excited that they get to go to church on Sundays, and that wasn't a service that they could get before. More people are traveling later into the evening when it's darker, and so people feel more comfortable to go travel when they've got a ride. They're doing stuff on Saturdays that they didn't do before. And maybe they're collaborating with their friends and going to different places at different times because there are programs or services that exist in those hours that didn't before. So I don't know how much it's been used yet, but if you want to go to a city council meeting now, you can get a ride to city council.
Right. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. See, very easy questions.
So easy.
Easy peasy. So all of that information that we just discussed is on cityofnovi.org transit. You may have gotten this fancy, handy dandy mailer at your house. So we've been publishing a lot of information. On the website, there's a great video by a very handsome guy that is explaining the service in detail in its entirety. You should definitely check that out. So cityofnovi.org/transit. The fees are there. The service area is there. Anything else you want to add?
No, come out, check it out. I've had great feedback.
What's the phone number?
Oh, the phone number. There's only one phone number. It is 877-214-6073.
So to schedule a ride, you have to call at least 3 business days in advance.
877-214-6073.
Thank you very much, Kit.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day, everybody. Now you know. Oh, you got to say it.
Almost did it.
You're an avid listener of this show.
I am an avid listener.
It was right on the tip of your tongue. All right, here we go.
All right.
Now you know why.